Hi, Yulia.
Hello, Kagawa-san.
How are you?
Thank you.
Sure.
And you?
You are representing Russian kind of economic kind of organizations and a lot of activity between Japan and Russia. And I believe that, of course, Russia is now suffering also from the corona pandemic, as Japanese too, same way. But such pandemic will be over pretty soon, I hope. So, what is the Russian situation right now?
Well, uh, we all hope that it will be over soon. Well, situation in Russia, as I know it from my friends and well, I don't know, newspapers and everything, is not so bad, but well, still far from a peaceful, because there are cases everywhere revealed and out of various regions. And first it was the like a Moscow city, mostly infected, because well, of course, everybody knows that the big travel points, there are big cities where the people and purchases, how to say, exchange are so big and mass. They were suffered much. But in Russia, it was a process like, the, well, quite natural, I guess. In Japan, maybe it is the same. Like a virus had been spreading to the regions. Because people were traveling. There was no such a really strict, how to say, a restriction for traveling. There were some, but anyway, for example, by their car, people were able to go all over the Russia, from Moscow to their relatives living in some remote parts of Russia. Yes, and so maybe they were just, they passed viruses to other people, and it provoked the situation when in Moscow and St. Petersburg, in the big cities, the coronavirus infection was going down. Yeah. But at the same time, in the Russia regions, the infection was going up.
Going up other regions, I see. Yes. When I contacted your friend in Russia, a lot of people say that internet system is really well managed in the educational area in Russia. So people are doing a lot of teleworking as well as teleconference and telelecture, internet lecture, and particularly even high school, teachers say that, he has no problem about talking to the kids through internet. It is amazing. So how do you see the future of the internet society of Russia after the corona?
All right. Well, internet society in Russia.
It's a big country, so.
Yes, and the internet is very helpful indeed. But what is absolutely positive about the internet in Russia is that it was quite, progressive now, and many Japanese high school and companies were able to just how to say, transform their style of working, style of teaching, and using the internet, the Zoom teleconferences, just to put a process of working and educating on a proper platform, and not to, how to say, for example, I have many teachers, university professors among my friends and acquaintances, and they say that in some kind the students show like more engagement in the educating process, because maybe it's because they are so much frustrated, not being able to meet their friends, to go somewhere, just being locked in their rooms, and so they just paid much attention to their lectures, to their seminars. And for example, my own professor of my own said that, well, it's amazing because they became so much precise in doing their homework. And I now have much more progress with their homework rather than offline during the offline education.
So which means like internet can make an intense education.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So. Yes. This is, well, from one side, the situation is like this. From other side, in Russian media, there have been so many publications about the pupils from the
Elementary school?
Elementary school and middle school. Middle class.
Middle school, yeah, sure. Junior high school, middle school, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and that is a real problem because children suffering much. They feel like suppressed. They feel like bored. They are not able, maybe they are still not able to do something on themselves, like the students. They are much, a different age, and they feel like going to school and talk to their classmates, and
they want to do.
Yes, they want to do, and they say that, oh my God, the school, for example, I thought it was bored, but now, I love my school. I want to go offline to school. And so, well, this is really some sad situation. And I guess all over the world, children are suffering.
I understand.
Much more than, yeah.
Okay. How about after coronavirus? Do you think are there any kind of change between Russia and Japan economical relationship, or this Far East area? Particularly, Russia is bridging between Europe and Japan, Far East, because a huge country. And after coronavirus, and also climate change. For example, how can I say, North Pole area is more important area for the transportation these days. And so many changes, I believe, in near future. And please let me know if just a kind of casually your opinion about what kind of interaction you can expect in next 20 or 10 years between Japan and Russia.
20. Well, first of all, I would say there is an interesting parallel between, for example, economic relations now during the corona crisis, like economic relations between Russia and China and Russia and Japan. Because with China, Russia has not interrupted the trade deals and the exchange of trade exchange and something like this. And even border between Russia and China has not been locked for example, lorries, for the automobiles, for the trucks delivering the goods. Yes, but with Japan, the border was just locked, and there had been no good exchanges, and there had been no, the traveling. Of course, Russia locked its border for Chinese tourists, for the, aircraft from China. Yeah, but as for trade, it was like, maybe a bit stricter, surely, maybe it was a bit slower, but anyway, it has been proceeding during the corona crisis and now. And with Japan, it's a bit different situation, unfortunately. Yeah, but there will be changes, I guess. What kind of character? Maybe focus will go to the Russian Far East in relations with Japan, maybe because there has been much efforts conducted towards the developing that area of Russia for recent years, and there had been some programs during the including the financial support of economic activity on the Russian Far East, and so Japanese and Russian companies had been already started the working together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if we got, as everybody hope, if we got a vaccine, that Russia announced that it was the very first vaccine in the world, and if it works, maybe somehow it will get back to the normal situation. Well, everybody says new. No.
I see.
Still, there is much of interest for the interaction between Japan and Russia, and it can be seen out of webinars, online seminars, conferences that has been holding during last several months, and it was the conferences and seminars, including the regional exchange, not only for example, like, the Moscow, St. Petersburg, no. It was also the economic presentation of Russian regions, like, for example, not so well known for Japanese, like Altai region. And next time it will be Bashkortostan region. So yeah, quite remote, and still with interesting cultural background, and with Asian
Russia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting because sometimes Japan consider about Vladivostok is quite famous, but other than just Moscow and St. Petersburg, that's all they are thinking about it as a Russia. But as you say, such a big area, which are potentially important for Japan in future.
I hope so.
Okay. Lastly, do you have any message to Japanese English learner in the future? Of course, right now, reality is English is a language, to make a bridge between foreign countries. So please give an English learner in Japanese about, as a Russian representative, please some encouragement.
Well, I'm sorry for my own English because I don't use it much, but in Russia for last maybe 20 years, and more European languages were always on the school program in Russia, and for last 20 years it was much of trade and educational and economic exchange between Russia and Europe, Russia and America. So there are many people talking fluent English in Russia, not only in the big companies, but also on the regional level, because many European American companies are much interested in the regionally located Russian businesses, and even there are joint ventures joint ventures with European companies and American companies, and in fact in Japanese companies as well. It's a good opportunity to use English language when you are in business context with Russians. Well, of course, Russian people are so much, there are many, how to say, the Japan lovers in Russia. And many people now try to learn Japanese, but it is not a easy task. So for the first stage, it would be better to speak English with the Russian people. And
thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, Yulia. I'm really looking forward to seeing you. Really, not like through Zoom, to discuss business opportunity more in future. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
ユリア・ストロジーナさんへのインタビューでした。ロシア、アストラハンというですね、ボルガ川に面した、本当に田舎の町なんですけどね、そこの綺麗な町で育って、そしてモスクワで、勉強してね、そして、東京と今、ロシアとの間、日本とロシアとの間を経済的につなぐ貴重な大切な役割をしている人ですね。明治大学でも教鞭をとっていました。で、そういう方なんですけどね、彼女が今のロシアのことを語るときにね、非常に面白いのが、ロシアというとね、我々ってついついね、なんていうんですかね、モスクワとか、セントピータースバーグ、サンクトペテルスブルグですよね。ああいうところをイメージしがちですけど、広大なシベリアがありますよね。ウラジオストックというね、町があって、それが日本海に面してて、そしてその先にずっとね、広大なシベリアがあります。で、このシベリアの開発の問題っていうのはずっとね、言われてきたことですよね。日本がどうやって協力をするかと。確かにね、日本から見たらアジア側のロシアというのは非常に大切な地域なんですよね。こういうアジアに面した、いわゆるエイジアンロシアですね。こういうところをどういうふうにこれからね、日本が関わっていくか。そういうテーマ、ロシア側もすごい期待感があるんだなってことが、よくわかりました。そしてね、もう一つは英語ですよね。片言とはいえね、やっぱり英語で語り合うということはすごく大事だなということ。必死で言葉を探しながらも、こうやってコミュニケーションをしていく中で、要するに、英語というのは今世界の言語なんですよね。ですから、ロシアの人と日本人とが、こうやって話すときも、こうやって英語で、もう文法とかね、そういうことよりもコミュニケーションするということが、すごく大事だなということがお分かりになったかなと思います。じゃあ、またね、次の方にインタビューしてみます。